This one is going to ruffle some feathers. You guys are not going to like this. Those of you that have children, you're going to be like, man, you guys are tripping. You Christians are wild. But look, guys, don't take it from myself. Take it from someone that's experienced this type of stuff. Take it from someone that actually knows the demonic realm and the witchcraft and all that sort of stuff. And take it from her way. You shouldn't let your kids watch Paw Patrol. Right here's a woman named Sharon. We're going to let her tell you guys why you shouldn't watch Paw Patrol, because she's much more experienced with these things than I am as someone who's never done witchcraft. Listen to this, guys, and tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section, guys. We can talk about this, have a civilized conversation amongst one another.
Hi, my name is Shannon, and I used to be a witch, but now I'm a follower of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I have something crazy that I have discovered, and I thought that I needed to share it. And please keep an open mind if you're a parent of small children, or a grandparent. So as many of us have come to realize, there is occultism in the media. It's very prevalent, and the enemy and the dark forces of darkness come for children very young. Okay, so like most parents in the West, in America, I allowed Paw Patrol into my home. I thought Paw Patrol was great. It was nice and innocent. Like, how wonderful for this big corporation like Nickelodeon to not pervert this children's show. Like, it's so innocent and cute. What could be wrong with puppies? But like every predator or person seeking to take advantage of a child, what's the stereotype? Puppies, right? So I've never done an exposed video like this, okay? So please keep an open mind. Please be patient and just bear with me, okay? Basically, Paw Patrol is mind control, and they are using occult magic to do something. I don't know what they're doing. Either they're trying to get our money, which Paw Patrol does make billions of dollars every single year, billions of dollars, or it's mind control in preparation for something in the future. I'm not sure what exactly is happening. All I know is that when I realized the truth and I cut Paw Patrol out, there were changes that I recognized. So first of all, Paw Patrol is a story of 6 pups who are on a team together to help Ryder save their little town or country or whatever. And yeah, so there's 6 dogs, right? So I want us to take a step back. I came out of witchcraft, and so I recognize that in witchcraft rituals, you often call on the different elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, okay? And they all come together in a pentagram, okay? So first we have earth, which would be Rocky. Then we have air, who would be Sky. Then we have fire, who would be Marshall. Then we have water, who would be Zuma. Next is spirit, who would be Rubble. I need to mention about Rubble. So Rubble would be spirit, okay? He is the creation dog. He is the construction dog. He builds and destroys. And what is spirit but to create, to give life, yeah, so that is Rubble's element. And then finally, the leader, drawing all of the elements together, would be the star, or Chase, who is the police pup. While it's hard to tell what exactly they're up to, I posit that they are doing some sort of mind control thing. As I've mentioned in other videos, I am sometimes able to see into the spirit, and I began noticing that my kids would stop, if they heard the theme song to Paw Patrol, they would stop everything that they're doing to go and sit and watch Paw Patrol. And it was Paw Patrol this, Paw Patrol that. And I just started to notice some weird things. Like, it was almost as if they were being hypnotized. And the more I prayed about it and thought about it, I just felt in my spirit like maybe there was some mind control happening. And as soon as I thought that, I like saw these tentacles coming out of the TV and like going towards my children and like wrapping around them. Like, it's hard to describe. It wasn't like with my physical eyes, but I saw it like in the spirit. I was seeing tentacles coming out of the TV while they were watching Paw Patrol. And finally, I realized the connection between the elements and how you would draw on elements while doing spells in occultism. Needless to say, I got rid of Paw Patrol, and within that week or so, I had a dream that I was casting spirits out of my house, and my son was there, my 6-year-old. And in this dream, he's bald. He looks the same, but he's just bald just on the top of his head. And so and he suddenly gets a really bad headache, and he's like grabbing his head like that. And I just know in the dream that he has a mind control demon, and I cast it out of him in the dream. Well, in real life, within a couple of days of having that dream, I finally decide, okay, I'm going to cast it out of him. So while he's asleep, I take full authority over him as his mother, and all I did was say, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I take full authority over you, unclean spirit. I take full authority over my son in the name of Jesus, and I command you, mind control, to come up out of him right now. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Son of the living God, I pluck you out of my son right now in the name of Jesus. I pluck you out. I command you to come up and out of him right now, mind control, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And while I'm praying this, he's like shifting around every time I say it. And then, I kid you not, a little pinprick of light comes up out of his ear, and I cast it away and send it to the pit, and he relaxes into sleep. And that's the end of it. End of the saga. So yeah, I think that Paw Patrol is a deception, and why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Like, with all of the insane things that have been coming out, why would Paw Patrol, why would the most popular cartoon in America not have some sort of misleading something in it? You know what I mean? So pray about it. Pray about it. If you're a parent, pray about it, and use discernment. God bless.
So now, before we get into this one, they do the same thing with CoComelon as well. And maybe I'll do a video on that at a future time, but they have the same mind control tactics in CoComelon. They have the same mind control tactics with things like Baby Shark. You notice how all the kids are singing Baby Shark. And when CoComelon comes on, same thing as with Paw Patrol. The kids, they turn and and then they run and sit on in front of the TV. It's like they're brainwashed into literally craving and fiending for this stuff, not only for financial gain, because Paw Patrol is sold everywhere and in every store, and every kid has Paw Patrol, like Walmart, Target, all the stores sell it, right? And then not only that, but the MK Ultra. Do you guys know what MK Ultra is? When the government was using LSD to try to get people to be mind controlled, like they give them so much doses of LSD to try to manipulate them, and it was like a truth serum they were trying to create. And this was the government doing this to people. And so I don't put it past any cartoon, Disney, any company, any corporation to put mind control and spells into the cartoons. Because even when I was a kid, like cartoons like Little Mermaid and stuff like that, like why as a little boy was I so attracted to Ariel? I'm a kid, dude. I shouldn't know anything about beauty. I shouldn't know anything about love or passion. But here I am, magnetically drawn to Ariel as the Little Mermaid, right? And I'm a boy. Like, what am I watching Little Mermaid for? You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm so drawn to her. And we see this thing now where these kids they're magnetic, like they just can't detach from the screens. And parents have this hard time of trying to get their kids to be obedient or listen to them. And the only thing they can do to shut their kids up is put a device in front of their face, right? And I see it with the Cocoa Melon. They have these people that work in the Cocoa Melon headquarters, and they're really doing these studies and these tests to find out, just like the YouTube and TikTok algorithm, how they can keep you on the platform longer. Right. And they put these tactics and these colors and the melodies of the music and all these manipulative tactics inside of this cartoon to keep you watching them longer. So much so that their kids are being disobedient. From one of the episodes of Cocoa Melon, the little boy or the little kid in the cartoon was saying no to his parents all day long. And then finally, at the end of the cartoon, like, the kid was saying yes. But now kids are watching this episode of Cocoa Melon, and now they're telling their parents no, right? Instead of just listening to your parents like you should, as the Bible tells you to be obedient and obey your parents, this cartoon is telling kids to now say no to their parents. And if you guys don't see the manipulation and the mind control and the tactics that these worldly secular programs use to get a kid to be disobedient or to plant an agenda in their kids, because Cocoa Melon has gay parents on it. I don't know very much about Paw Patrol. I don't have any children, so I don't watch this show. But for this woman to point out all the elements and the earth and the fire and the water and all that and the spirit, I can totally see this. And they're so crafty at how they package this. They're so slick, and it's the enemy gives these people ways to put his agenda inside of a show and package it as something so innocent. And parents, they just want their kids to get away from them for a little bit so they can have a break. So yes, they'll put a device in front of their face, or they'll, not all parents, but there are a group of parents that let their devices raise their children. If you don't do that, I'm not trying to condemn you, so don't take this personal. But if you're a parent that gives your kid a device and just tells them to go in the other room, and as long as they're out of your hair, you need to be checking yourself, because this is what's raising your children. Content that has spells put on it, content that has a demonic agenda masked as light, because the devil comes disguised as the angel of light. You got to be aware of this stuff. That's why you need to be watching what your kids are watching. You need to be listening to the music your kids are listening to. You need to be, if your kids are head over heels over some type of, star or pop star, like when we were kids, like all the girls love NSYNC, all the girls love Backstreet Boys, and stuff like that. Like, that's what, when I was a kid, all the girls were liking. So if that's what your kids are going through with some type of current modern day star, listen to their content, check them out, look at their social media, find out what these kids are into, because your kids could be following some demonic agenda and they don't even really know it. Now, the last and final point that I want to touch on is how this woman was prepared to do spiritual battle, spiritual warfare, and deliver her kids. If your kids are watching this stuff and your kids are being, disobedient, they're acting up, or they're showing signs of, they're just showing signs that you don't, as a Christian parent, want them to have, you got to be ready to do deliverance on them. You got to be ready to cast out those spirits in the name of Jesus. Don't think your kids can't have spirits, guys. Don't think that your kids can't be manipulated, because they start early. The kids are the target, because if they can manipulate the kids early, the kids grow up pushing a demonic agenda that they don't know that they shouldn't have. They have these beliefs that they don't know that aren't normal, right? And so that's why you see so many kids nowadays talking about, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, and they're not, like they're being manipulated and twisted into believing that this is normal. They just want to fit in. So since being gay and trans is so acceptable these days, and they're not getting love any other way, now they believe, oh, well, I'm a boy, but none of my friends, or I don't have any friends, nobody treats me well, I don't fit in with everybody else. Maybe if I switch over to a girl, then I'll be accepted in this LGBT community, right? And it's all a demonic agenda, guys. And I know people don't want to go as deep as they should. People don't want to think that this is as big as of a deal as it is. But don't be trying to water down some stuff that's really demonic just so you can accept it, right? I make these videos to open your eyes. I make these videos to raise awareness. There's a spiritual battle going on. Ephesians said that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against principalities and the powers of the air. This stuff is spiritual, guys, and everything is spiritual. Just because you don't want to look at it as spiritual doesn't negate the fact that it is, right? And you can walk around blinded with blinders on, tunnel focused on whatever you got is for your agenda, whatever goal you're trying to accomplish that day. But if you don't recognize the fiery darts that are being shot at you all day long, you're going to wonder why you're going through some of the things that you're going through, all that you've allowed into your house, into your home, and into your life. And that's why I make these videos, guys. And I pray that this one affects someone in a positive way, that it opens your eyes, that it gives you ears to hear and eyes to see. And just have spiritual discernment, guys. That's going to do it for this one. What are you guys' thoughts about this? Put it down below in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.